Hello, YTPC. This is Paul from Papa Bear's Nook. Doing a quick live today. I was busy uh, tree shopping for fruit trees. Don't have the tripod set up yet. I'm not sure. Going to see how this view works. It's almost like a old school setup I used to have at my apartment. School setup I used to have at my apartment. So, this angle's alright. I want to focus on this cigar today. That's why I had this set up. This is my first ever Davidoff brand cigar. Sorry about the echoing. There we go. Yeah. Like I mentioned, after work, me and my buddy from work gonna go to the garden center, pick out some fruit trees. He wanted a peach tree. We do want peach trees too. The kind of long shot for ours. What is this bug doing in here? See that? I'm getting attacked. So, after work, I went to the bank to get gas, and then, of course, he didn't forget, but he thought we could do all that, and then him get to his haircut appointment at 4:30, and it was already like 3:50 by the time we got to the gas and out to the bank. So he decided he's gonna go on Monday instead. So I went there anyway, just to see my SUV, see what they had. Like, I did a lot of research online, some of the plants that they can get and they usually have in stock. So the place is called Flags, Flaggs, over here in Delran, New Jersey. So quick shout out to them. Um, they take great care of their trees, plants, everything. They are a little bit more money than some places, but they do have more mature trees and such. So if you are looking for like fruit trees and stuff, you don't have to wait as long. They do have them next to each other to promote pollination, so that was a plus. Um, so we're looking for apple trees, specifically Honeycrisp and Red Delicious. My wife loves Honeycrisp. I do too. They're good. And then my favorite growing up and still to this day is Red Delicious. Speaking of delicious, as you can see, I'm already down into my second third. Um, right around the corner, um, there's one shop out of the 8 or 9 shops I went to that actually had this cigar. So figured I'd try one. Um, got one from my buddy too, but so like I said, he has the pickup truck. We're gonna go grab him his peach tree. Hopefully I find the apple trees and big trees, and they did not have them in stock, but they did have one of the Red Delicious, so I did pick that up and put. I wasn't gonna get it right then. I was just gonna buy it and wait for the pickup truck on Monday. But the guy, garden helper, was um, insistent that he could wrap it up nice and he could put it sideways for me in the back of my SUV, put the seat down, and got it home safely. So that was a plus. I took a picture of it. I'll submit it on Instagram on Papa Bear's Nooks channel. So, uh, looking forward to having a couple of fruit trees in the yard. So it is our house now. So finally get to do some fun stuff around here. Got done getting rid of all the poison ivy, the ivy, um, like 90 something percent of the ivy. Got one last back corner of the fence in the back of the yard. Just got to pull down some of the dead branches so they don't come back. Mow that area. And then there's going to be a maple, like Japanese maple trees down there. And Chinese maple tree and peony next to the compost pile back there. So it's going to be compost pile, but like some clovers on the ground and some bunch of fun different areas to like enjoy the yard, enjoy nature. Just a nice little nature walk I'm going to be making along the fence. That's 90% cleared out. I have some coneflowers, some lily of the valleys, some Chinese ornamental grass, and some cool plants that are from my grandmother, my nana. One's garlic chives. So like right around the garden area, the back, can be all like edible um, vegetables and plants and stuff. So they like the shade. So that would be a great addition. But in the front yard, I'm gonna put the Red Delicious and Honeycrisp apple, and then on the side, going into the front, it's gonna be the peaches. Still not decided 100% which peaches I want. I mean, my wife want there's three of them that stood out. One's called a Saturn slash donut peach. So the apple trees grow 20 feet tall, but the peach ones that I'm looking for gonna be like the dwarf slash smaller peach trees, like 5 to 10 foot trees. I'm gonna put a hammock over there. Got the hammock. Now we gotta get a stand for it. Apparently, didn't come with the stand when my buddy got it, so it's a really nice hammock. So gotta find an affordable stand for that. Then on the other side, so the other side of the shed, not this way, that way. It's gonna be. We already have a burning bush, so hopefully that comes back. Another friend of ours was pulling out some shrubs and bushes and stuff. So I end up looking it up, and it is a burning bush, like nice bright red tree shrub. So that's gonna be a nice little privacy area, and then gonna have the two big trees, and gonna build one of those cement benches over there, and then that'll lead to the barbecue area, and then the garden over there. So that's the goal for the future, to have these fruit trees and stuff. I was gonna have a lemon tree, but based on a couple people's opinion, like a couple people in my area that tried to have lemon trees, they don't really grow that big around here, even with a couple of them. So I've been learning a lot about pairing these fruit trees together. Like some of them have to have two different types of, like apple trees, for instance, so they cross pollinate. Peaches, you don't need to do that. You could have one, but they said if you do have a second one, there's a bigger chance of your fruits to grow bigger. So yeah, so that was my mission today. So success. I got one. I did request for them to order. Put in a request for a Honeycrisp apple tree at the same spot I got my Red Delicious. Um, Tried to get a Bonfire peach tree, and the other one I'm looking for is a Honey Babe peach tree. So any two of those three I'll be happy with. Um, and then the two Celeste fig trees. So they're a little smaller trees, but it's going to be great to fill in this. Um, Got a couple like void spots. Like I'd rather not mow the grass over there. Just um, not not mow the grass, but it's kind of tough to get the mower in some of those areas. So I figured just put a tree there, put some mulch down. Um, I don't want to make an orchard. I just want to make like little sections of the land that'll be different fun areas to have Jacob pick some fruits in the future. So it did go for the bigger apple tree. So it's a 5.5 foot apple tree already. So hopefully next year or the following, um, it should be bearing fruit already. So it's a bonus. Instead of waiting 2-3 years, it should be ready very soon. So the cigar is a Davidoff Winston Churchill. So before I go into that, I will spray you guys down with another sample, but it's a higher end sample. It's too much already. So this is a um, sample, high end sample. You can see it's very oily. Um, it's called Armand Oud. Is the company called Sunset Oud. So I figure it'd be nice, um, warmer weather cologne. So let me talk about the cigar real quick. Davidoff Cigar Churchill. David sorry. Davidoff Winston Churchill cigars. Created by Davidoff of Geneva to honor legendary British politician who was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1940 to 1945, and again from 1951 to 1955. It's regarded as one of the greatest wartime leaders in the century. Um, these are available in various sizes. I got the Churchill. What did I get? I got the Churchill 6.87 by 47. that what I got? Yeah, it doesn't say. This is the yeah, the Churchill. So this is halfway gone now. A little bit about the cigar. It is full flavor, luxurious smoke with lavish notes of almond, wood, sweet cream, and caramel. Whether you're a Davidoff fan or just a true aficionado, this is simply one of those unveiled cigars that you simply must experience. So right off the bat, you could tell this cigar is high end. It's um, very air like the draw is really clean and um, easy to pull. Nice chunky thick smoke. Uh, Clean creamy RH. Um, do get like some cedar and almond uh, smell, and definitely like a nice caramel um, sweetness to it. This is fantastic. It's a highly recommend 5-star cigar so far. Um, I was expecting high expectations, and right now it's meeting it. So yeah, so fantastic. I wasn't gonna do a live, but after smoking a little more of this down, I'm like, I gotta, I gotta do a live on this. It was getting late. My dad came over, told me he was gonna come over. It was raining. It was raining. He came over anyway with his dog. He's got a little puppy. He's a little hyper. Um, it's a Portuguese water dog. I feel bad because we weren't really ready for him today. My wife didn't sleep yet and couldn't really. I just got off work and then tree shopping. Definitely not planting my apple crisp. No, sorry, my Red Delicious apple tree yet until I get the Honey Crisp apple, which is fine. Like I want to plant them together. Um, they have them in their nursery, like in pots, so just gotta keep it watered, like really good watered. But I have it on the side next to the hose, so it'll be right next to the orange daylily over there. And then I gotta get to the front yard anyway, so as I'm passing it, it'll be constantly in my mind to water it. Plus, I'm excited because it's our first tree that we bought. We bought a couple of plants. Did we buy? I don't think we did buy any plants yet. Yeah, we did we? I bought a mint. It's peppermint. I don't know why I bought it. It was just um, spontaneous buy. Even though my father-in-law has a whole bunch of mint growing. Yeah, so I wanted to document um, this experience of something new to me because I'm used to living in an apartment. Before that, it was at my sister's house in the woods. So I bought a couple of plants, honeysuckles and stuff, but I never, especially my first tree I've ever bought is the Red Delicious apple tree. Where it's a high end apple tree too. It's not like, no offense to Home Depot and them, but it's an actual from an orchard or garden center. It's one of the better garden centers in the area. Um, they have so many good varieties, like everything from like maple trees to all kinds of exotic trees and a bunch of fruit trees and perennials, annuals, easily over 1,000 different varieties of trees and plants. So we did get our son's shrub there, Benji's shrub, a couple years ago when he passed away. Like in honor of him, but it's not doing too good. It's not coming back. It was. I was still gonna give it some time, but it was in a pot in the apartment outside the apartment. So hopefully it comes back. It starts in the summertime, so gotta give it some time. If not, I bite the bullet, and they do still have. I did look today. They do have them in stock still, so I can get another one, or at least a similar one of that exact plant. It's a crepe myrtle, a dwarf crepe myrtle. So that'll be out front by the hydrangeas and um, my nana's bleeding heart um, shrub. So I got some fun half. Uh, the edging for it is like it's not cedar. It's some kind of exotic wood, but it's like live edged, half log thing. But I will be getting the stuff on Instagram when the lawn's finally coming in. My dad went ahead and rototilled the whole front lawn, which I appreciate, but I wasn't. But it's a little late in the season. Like I just did the basic stuff. I was gonna do it next year. We did just move in, getting the backyard strained away because I had all that poison ivy and English ivy back there. So, do you want to do the backyard too in the fall? So that is, it's weird. The grass is like spiky, so I had to redo the whole thing, and it's a shame too because it's nice thick sod, but it's weird. I've never experienced like spiky grass like that. It's like normally grass is like you could step on it and bare feet and yeah, I don't know. I gotta look that up. Maybe there's a solution that you could fertilizer or something and soften it up a little bit. But if not, I'm gonna have to rototill the whole thing and reseed the grass, which is gonna be kind of expensive. Grass seed's not cheap anymore. So my dad did the front. Um, so that'll be an experiment. If that comes up nice, then have time frame of when that'll come around. So yeah, so that'll be another project. So let's talk about this cologne a little bit. So like I said, it's called Almond Oud, Sunset Oud. So it's a fresh and aromatic scent of sunset oud. Is captivating scent for men and women with the House of Almond Oud. Launched in 2020, this perfume is exciting with notes of tobacco blossom, rosemary, and yuzu. The heart is filled with captivating hints from vetiver, lavender, and mithril. The base is a distinct note of amber, argorwood, and white leather. So I got the dry down. It's definitely like a nice clean white leather. That's nice. It definitely changed already in 20, 30 minutes. Starts off with that nice uh, yuzu rosemary. Um, Speaking of rosemary, we do have right outside the window in Papa Bear's Nook Shed, we have an herb garden now. So we got some rosemary, some basil, some holy basil, some dill, and parsley. And then on the floor, we're going to make a nice little bed of lemon thyme. So hopefully that'll take the area up. And then on the other window, so we're going to have some citronella and um, lemon balm. And then on the floor of that, on Monday, we get some Irish moss. So that's also edible. It's almost like a seaweed slash spirulina kind of feel. So like use that in like green drinks and shakes and stuff like that. So be looking forward to that. Um, then in the front, I'm gonna do a lavender bush, like a whole bunch of lavender. So plans for tomorrow is a cool little thing my wife found. It's one of the houses is doing a plant sale. Everything from like different herbs to vegetables to peppers to all kinds of stuff. So we'll see. We'll get a bunch of plants there. They did release the list of things they're gonna have. Some things popped out at me, and I want to try. Get some Tabasco pepper, so, some banana peppers maybe, um, maybe even some poblanos. I'm not sure. I gotta see how much space I need for them. But I've been growing some peppers from seeds. Um, Doing a lot better than I thought. I thought I was gonna have like one, maybe two if I was lucky. Like um, I have 5 different varieties of hot peppers. The hot cherry peppers didn't come up yet. So when I germinated them, they all started sprouting. So put them in the dirt and put the heat lamp on them. So it's been about a month now. Now that it's this time of year that they start sprouting. So we got Carolina Reaper sprouted. Um, Little baby one, as I was watering it, started sprouting. And then what else came up? Oh, 3 T-Rex peppers came up already, and 4 dragon's breath peppers. So we got um, 3 out of the 5. So total of 6 sprouts. Um, the hot cherry peppers didn't come up yet, and the scorpion peppers didn't come up yet. Well, I'm gonna give them time. If I need to, I'll just keep them growing inside this year. Um, and it's still got a couple months to go. End of this month to go. So in Jersey, official plant time for seeds is the 15th. So give them another week or two. Let's see. The tomato plants that my wife got. Someone's growing some seeds, and one of them is already uh, planted out in the garden. It's ready to go, and then another one is pretty close to it. So it's San Rosa something tomato and a pink um, brandywine tomato. And then we got a whole bunch of tomatoes, different types from pineapple tomatoes to yellow tomatoes to cherry tomatoes. I think an heirloom tomato. Then we got four different types of lettuce in the greenhouse box. So that's built. I just um I want to get that done tomorrow. The hydraulic lift. I don't know why it's been so tough for me to get that thing built because I need like um, pretty much I need two people for that. But my dad's been focusing on the grass, which is his thing. He loves taking care of the grass, so I'm gonna let him do that. Um, I love having good grass too, but as of right now, we're not gonna be using the front yard until we get that chain link fence put in. So to me, it's not a priority, but he likes the curb appeal thing, which I get. I do like it too. It's just not my top priority right now, but I appreciate it. Um, yeah. So picked out the spots for apple trees. So without getting too much into that. What else? I did see. I was really good today at the garden center because there was like a whole bunch of different plants that I saw that I wanted to get, but I just focused on the trees this time. Um, yeah, so hopefully they call me soon that they'll be able to order the trees I was looking for. If not, there is another place around the corner that has them, but um, that place is sentimental because that's where we got our first shrub for our son Benji. Burning really nice, nice oily wrapper. It did go out once, but that's what I love about a good cigar. I don't mind relighting it when it's nice and slow burning like this. Um, yes, I'll keep. I gotta get better at keeping posted on Instagram, like all the updates. So when I do the live, you guys actually see the pictures and stuff. Um, the cool thing is I do have the tripod set up now, so when it is daylight out, I could go and show you guys doing the live, like as J Dog was saying, my MTV Cribs kind of thing. So I'm gonna relight this. Even the relight is fantastic. Yeah, it's like on the relight, got that creamy caramel taste. Yeah, I never living in an apartment and my pretty much my whole life, like besides the couple years at the house, um, never really had a chance to like plan something like long term. What's up, Randy? How you doing? I got some nice cologne for ya. This is Armand Oud, Sunset Oud. How's your dental work doing? I got my first ever Davidoff cigar. I don't know how I found this thing, but like I said, I don't get something um, online like this. I happened to uh, one of the shops by the credit union. Um, my buddy originally was supposed to have like a chill day, go to the garden center, get some trees, come back here and smoke a cigar, but he forgot that he had a haircut appointment today at 4:30, which he actually missed anyway. Like he didn't miss it, but it got rescheduled on him till later tonight. So we could have went there and picked his peach tree out, but it's all good. Gonna go get it on. So I did go there anyway and picked out one of my trees. I got my Red Delicious tree, apple tree. Well, it's crazy. It's not even bearing fruit yet, and it smells like a Red Delicious apple, just a tree. So my hope, my car smelled like fresh apples the whole way. Tuesday you get done. I almost forgot your appointment yesterday. That's not good. Sound like me now. Yeah, that like nothing beats like fresh apples. Like sometimes you get a good one in the store, but like going to the apple orchards and what I was saying before, this first tree I've ever purchased. Um, Living in apartments the whole time, really couldn't get anything but like a little shrub in the pot. So even at my sister's house, I never got one because there's her house. So we have a little succulent plant that came with the flamingos. We're gonna dedicate that to her. But if we didn't get that, I definitely yeah. Luckily, we have full sun over here. That's another thing I never had. Like the house that we had before was in the middle of pine lands, so didn't really get full sun. It was more part sun, partial sun, and it's one of those things like it was always in the back of my mind. I like nature, plants, and always been around pine trees my whole life. It's kind of cool. We have along the fence. I'll do a little walk one day, take a video of it. Now that all the the poison ivy's gone, you can't see here, but got a little poison ivy on me. Um, not intentionally. I've been trying to avoid it, and finally last week, some of it got me. Thanks, Randy. So I got the garden planted. Um, Still got a lot more space to fill, but yeah. Luckily, I'm not gonna say nothing because last time I said, "Oh, I might be immune to it," and then I get it. So I'm not gonna say I'm allergic to it, but it was a pain in the butt. It was like a bunch of bug bites. How it felt. That's what I thought it was at first, and then it started spreading. I'm like, I got poison ivy. So I think, knock on wood, I think I got it all. Um, we whacked it down to nothing. Um, then I vinegared the whole lawn, and then finished it up with a really low uh, setting on the lawnmower. So I couldn't get the lawnmower fixed, but my dad was over trying to help me a couple of times get it fixed. My buddy came over, did everything. I think I talked about this. No, I didn't. That was Saturday. So after the live, the next day, did I? Yeah, I was talking a little bit about it. So I did get the lawnmower for my dad, his old one. He got a new one, which is a nice Honda one. I remember it's been around forever. Maybe that's what it was from weed whacking. That's probably how I got it. Because it wasn't from pulling it, because I was really careful with the sleeves, and when it was almost gone, I was weed whacking in my t-shirt because it was hot out. That's probably how I got it. And somehow on my feet too, which I was wearing sweats, so I don't know how I got that. Yeah, it's probably why from the fence it probably bounced off and a couple of some of it got me. But yeah, those 2 months of straight it was a lot. Like when I say a lot, it was like not just on the fence, it was coming down like 10, 20 yards into the lawn. And like I said, I didn't have a lawnmower at the time, so I was just weed whacking it to death. Yeah, when I show people like the before and after, they're like, I've never seen that much ivy. So it was English ivy, which was the main culprit of coming over the fences, and I don't know if it's the neighbors. It seems like what happened was the neighbors had it, they got rid of theirs, and then other neighbors got rid of theirs, and then it just happened to all pile up in this lawn. So I actually breathe a little bit now that it's 99% gone. Like I haven't seen one little plant yet. But I'm gonna keep at it. Like there's one section, the back end of the fence. I gotta weed whack a little more, um, pull out the English ivy off the fence, and then good thing is I was I picked some wild honeysuckle to take over. Um, but then as I was pulling the English ivy off, the right hand corner and along the chain link fence, they have a Japanese honeysuckle. So I was gonna buy some plants, but I didn't have to because there's a big, um, a good population of honeysuckles. So I'm gonna let that take over. I'd rather have that as like fence cover than the English ivy. It smells good and it's a lot easier to get rid of if I get sick of it. Plus, it's the ones like growing up as a kid, you pick them and uh, take the sap out of it and eat it, the nectar. Well, I am not a fan of ivy either, and I will. I was actually thinking about planting some exotic bamboo, but after talking to my wife, and I'm like, yeah, probably not a good idea because yes, it'll fill the area, but bamboo is a lot tougher to get rid of than ivy. Like I cannot believe um, how tough ivy is to take out. So I think I found the mother root. It was, it's kind of scary, like how big and like alien looking some ivy plants like are, like with all the thorns around it. Like makes me want to vomit. I was actually scared of it. Like it's like a little bit thicker, some of it. Yes. So the garden, it's Bridget's garden, but obviously I'm doing the rototilling for it. It's 11 foot by 20 foot garden. We got some pineapple tomatoes, some heirloom tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes, some yellow tomatoes. There's like 5 or 6 different types of tomatoes. A a pink uh, something. What the heck's it called? Pink brandywine, pink brandywine tomato. Some zucchini, some cucumbers, some pickling cucumbers, some bib lettuce, romaine lettuce, that red lettuce, and some other lettuce. And then tomorrow we're going to a garden fair to pick up some more veggies. Yeah, so that's exciting. That's all planted and ready. And then in the front we have some basil, 2 different types of basil, some dill, some rosemary, and some lemon thyme. So right outside this window we have the herb garden, so we can walk right outside the house, and it's right here. And then to keep the bugs away, another window we're gonna have some citronella plants and some lemon balm. Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited for that. And then in a year or two, we're gonna have the apple trees and peach trees and big trees. So I got one out of the 5 trees today, the red delicious apple tree. So yeah, I'm excited. Like first time homeowner and first time buying a tree. Like I've had veggie gardens before. Got to pick up some beans or something. Hopefully tomorrow. Thanks, Gene. Yeah, so it's fun times. Like yeah, these these little plants are expensive. So been out there watering it every day after work. Um, still figuring out stuff around the property. I was in the back of the shed, the other shed, the tool shed, cleaning out, and I found like a baseball and all kinds of weird stuff like cinder blocks like along the fence, like turned into like squirrel homes because the ivy was all over it. So clean them all up. Um, looking at different projects to do with them. So probably just gonna make a nice cinder block bench. Got a bunch of 4x4s. Got a bunch of my grandfather's tools. It's a circular saw and chainsaws. So it's finally good to. I love like DIY projects, and I've always been in like machine shops and warehouses. So I do all that stuff at work daily, almost daily. So it's finally good to actually use that skill at home. Yeah, we got the living room pretty much set now. Ah, billiard bar. That's crazy. Yeah, that's knock on wood, didn't have that problem yet. But in the basement we have I think it was like a simple fix that I don't know what they did. So there's a utility sink right before the runoff to the sewer line, but for some reason there's that switch, that overflow switch. He had it going into the sink, which is fine, but the way he had the sink rigged, it was like weird. He had the one of those faucets that come out with the chain, the pipe, but instead of like having it latched, um, he had that holding up the pipe, so it kept on like dipping and like um, basically backflowing and leaking everywhere. So I fixed that. Ideally, I want to get that plumbing fixed back there because it's like a metal pipe, PVC, and then copper. So it's like the way it's setting up, it's messing up the overflow. Yeah, that was one of the first things I had to fix because it was every time my wife would do the laundry, it would backflow. So it's been a couple months now, and I haven't seen that problem happen yet. So um, that was one of the major problems. Kitchen sink we fixed. We put a brand new kitchen sink. We put a brand new kitchen sink in. It's like some of the things that you wouldn't think about, like that you'd have to fix. So one of them, which was a priority in the kitchen, they have two vents, right? Um, but the one vent was covered by like looks like the wood floor was cracked or something, and he had another piece of vinyl on top of it. So like the second or third day, putting the heat on because it was winter time in December, we're like smelling like almost like paint, like burnt paint. So we went up to it and there's heat coming out of the floor. I'm like, that's not good. So I unscrewed it and he covered over one of the vents. So I went out, got two new vents, and I was like trying to figure out why he would do that, and end up putting a carpet over the wood floor and in the separation instead of like I used a pry bar and pushed that side back, and and there was literally maybe like a half an inch just to slide it back so I could put the new vent in, and it was fine. I was like, yeah, what the heck? And then in the basement it was heated. There's a vent in the basement, and there was no vent in the basement. So I ended up putting a vent there. And then on the other side, we're going to have a hobby room. End up cutting a hole in um, that metal vent thing. I found where the heat was going, so I put another vent there so it's nice and heated down there. Oh, cool. So next project upstairs, um, keep meaning to do it. It's there's two floor vents upstairs, but the AC isn't really going up there, so I'm wondering something's blocking it because the second vent is not cooling at all. So they did leave an air conditioning unit behind. Was a 250-volt socket up there. So I've been scared to plug that thing in. It's one of the window units, so um, I'm gonna try it first. So if it works, we're good. Now I'm gonna have to buy another air conditioning unit based on how some of the other projects were. Yeah, I don't like electricity, but I've been learning to accept that fact. um, One of the major projects I had to do in the bathroom, um, there's a fan light exhaust, and it was like it worked, but it was like really loud. So, and then on top of it, the cover to the light was missing. So when the inspector was there, he took off all the covers to it and just put it like on the countertops. So when we went to final inspection, like two of them were missing. I don't know if it like cracked or a lady stole it or what, because it was one of the vintage glass um, like covers. So it was discontinued and no one sells it no more. So I decided to go Home Depot and get a whole new unit, and that was a pain in the butt because the guy had um, like steel brackets holding it up instead of like just framing it out with wood. So I ended up having to um, get some 4x4s and 1x6s and center that and put the new bracket in. And then, of course, electric problem, he had it connected to an outlet up there instead of stripping the wires. So originally I had just those caps and I got the light to work, but the exhaust didn't work. So I switched it. I got the exhaust to work, but not the light to work. So I finally went out and got those Natos, I think they're called. You put um the three wires, you put them in, and you just snap them down for each the ground, positive, negative. So as soon as I did that, it worked. So I was like, all right. So then got that all set, and there was like a small gap around the edge of it. So I had to um, do another project framing that out. I was gonna pay someone to do it, but then I told my dad about it. He gave me his little angle saw. So that came out pretty good too. It's pretty good for my first time. So I just painted that, put that up, and yeah, I'm starting to like these little DIY projects. It's the crazy thing is too, like I've never done any of this stuff. Yes, and the funny thing is like a lot of the stuff like um was just laying around the house. It's like he was trying to get to doing stuff. So I took some of the molding on the floor. He had that all in the um, bedroom closet. So I just took one strip of it and only had one bad cut, and the rest I was able just to repurpose stuff. Same thing with the garden. Took the old garden out. It was some nice 1x6s. I still got another panel, so I'm gonna cut that up and use that for other projects. Like I'm looking at some of the shed. Um, when I built the heck did I do? Oh, so when I built the bathroom vent, um, I couldn't just get one piece cut, so it was like 6 foot ply, 6 foot 4x4 and 1x6s. So I got the offcuts here still, so it's still like a 5 foot and 7 foot boards. Yeah, see how this goes out? I love it. So the cologne I got in my Scent Explorer pack back during 2020 when they had the online only stuff. So back then, this cologne was going for $200, and I just looked up when I was just now. So now you could get it on sale for like 120, which is kind of good how prices are starting to go down now for like luxury stuff at least. But having our own garden now and being able to come home and water plants, like that's something that I would never yeah, it is pricey stuff, but like I said, I stopped buying colognes like that. That was like one of my bachelor days. And honestly, like um I shared about my sobriety. Um Me and my sister had like kind of like a fun bet. Um for like each paycheck that I was sober, I'll buy cologne. 7 years later, technically 6 years later, I've been doing it for 6 years straight, and I got like 300 colognes now. Yeah, obviously, my dental work, I'm not risking cracking my temps, so that's why I've been smoking the cigars, which I've been itching to smoke a pipe. I got so much nice pipe tobacco that I love. Um, I, I have been falling in love with cigars, um, but they're way too pricey. I'd rather just now I got enough pipe tobacco for a lifetime too, so I do have to downsize that again. I'll probably wait till the fall to do that. um, yeah, so my buddy might be coming over tomorrow to the garden center, the garden sale around the corner. So yeah, there's some nice ones. I want to talk about this too. You just remind me. So found the Nate Shermans um, at one of the shops by me. They're $6 ones. Um, I did find some great cigars for like $3.99 or $2.99. The Querums, the shade ones. They're very similar to some of the like $10 ones. Only thing with them is you gotta use a punch in them. Otherwise, you get that uh, the tobacco leaf in your mouth the whole time. Like this is what's it called? Once in a lifetime cigar right here. My Davidoff. I was celebrating. I was supposed to be celebrating with my buddy getting these trees, and took a little mini loan, 401k, to help us with um, what's it called? Getting through the work week because we just paid the mortgage today. That's another great feeling. Another month towards building our equity. Um, so in August, our goal is to see where we stand now that crazy house market's kind of leveled out. Hopefully refinance, and we already had equity coming in. So the ultimate goal, if all goes well, get some property up in the mountains, even if it's just land for now. Austin back in the 90s, $10. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta send you um, some nice $10 ones I got. You know what's crazy? I think it was like a $5 cigar. Uh, this local shop, the House Cigars, Sumatra um, cigar. It's by I forgot who it's by, but they're really really good. I tried the Connecticut's. I wasn't too much of a fan. The Maduros are okay, but their Sumatras are amazing. I'm trying to think. I got a couple other $5 ones that are really good. Which ones did you do you like? I'm still trying to find one that I really like for that price. I do have another one I want to try. It's the CAL Moontrace. It's off my humidor. They're about that price. Oh, the Victor Sinclairs. They're good. They're about that price. Let's see. Oh, these are $10, but they're really good. The Vicenzio cigar. Oh, Brick House. They're good. Yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, one of my favorite cigars is still Diamond Crowns, but they're $20 ones. They're not. They're like once or twice a year. But I'm at that point with my cigar smoking. It's not. I might have one in the morning, but it won't be the whole thing. I'll come home and finish it, and this is one of the only times I've smoking one all the way through. Um, trying to think which other ones. The Silent was pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it because there's some $20 cigars that are terrible. Like even some Padrones are like okay. Like you have to know which ones you're getting. Like it's just the name. Like I'm happy with the factory smoke Maduros. Those are fantastic. They're $5 ones. The Gordos are $5. You get them cheaper for the regular ones. Yeah, so right now it's the Querums during the week. They're $2.99. Sometimes I get the Churchill ones, the sun grown. The only ones I recommend. No, the shade grown. Those are the only ones I recommend. I've had the other ones and not that great. Um, what other ones? Oh, even the Cuba Libre. They're like $4 ones. They're pretty good too. Yeah. So my thing is like, I like the $10 ones, but like I said, it'll be like $10 one, but it'll be 2 days. So I'll have some half of it and then another half the next day. But I couldn't do that at the apartment because I had no place to store them. Now I got the shed. I just put them in the shed and they're fine. Like they're fine too at the apartment, but there was like kind of sketchy because it was outside. I was like, I didn't feel like picking them up again. Now I got them sitting on the ashtray and on the edge of the ashtray. And sometimes I store them like something like this. But yeah, I can't wait to get back to my pipes. It's I shouldn't be smoking cigars this late at night because then I stay up all night. With pipe tobacco, I'll smoke a pipe. It'll calm me down, and um, these cigars energize me way too much. Doesn't help. I had a Red Bull at 5 o'clock. I've been yeah, that's true. That's why I like smoking my cigar in the morning. Ideally, I want to get back to having my um, Maltese Falcon in the morning, and then some Bob's Chocolate Flake at night, or even some quiet nights. So hopefully in June, July, go get my permanent teeth done and finish the rest. So I get my permanents, that'll be my whole left side done. And I gotta get my middle and then my right. So I'm kind of like at the point like I have no pain right now, so I know I'm gonna be in pain again when I get the temps and the permanents, and just not looking forward to it. But I gotta get it done. Forgot about that. I got a bunch of that still. I got like so many different. I got the bullseye flake. I got the what's the other one? The Newminster. um, the coins. I'm not sure if I have any ropes left. But yeah, the twist flake, Minster 400, the Peter Stoker Beast. Yeah, it's all right now in boxes still. That's one of the projects I have to do, but that's on the back burner. I do want to insulate the shed. Um, but like I said, I want to finish the house first, and then maybe in a year or two, maybe in the yeah. I don't think the fall is gonna be feasible. As soon as I do that, I have my dining room table out here. Make it like a nice pipe smoking uh, game table. And then I got my pipe tobacco desk, a couple of shelves to store stuff. I still got a pair of rims that the people left in here, nice Chevy rims. I gotta sell them somehow. Alright, one more light because this is so good. Then I got a couple little projects I gotta do for Jacob because he's very happy with all of his toys, but sometimes he forgets they're laying around, and he stepped on one of his new toys. So I'll show you guys. I have to fix his little monster truck here. So he was out playing at his house, and he forgot this was on the ground, and he stepped on it. So got some super glue over here and the little pieces for the back. So this is one of his new favorite toys. He saw this one, the zombie. Saw this one at Monster Jam in person. What up, Todd? So that's a project, a daddy project here. Alright, spray down, Todd. A sample, some sunset oud. Some reminds me a little bit of that Versace. It's got that tobacco blossom in it. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if he's bringing it tomorrow because he's got his son with him, but he's bringing some tobacco seeds. So I'm gonna plant that in the back behind the shed. So make some shade tobacco. So see how it smokes. Might just be using that for making cologne. So that was out of the blue. He said, "Oh, I got some tobacco seeds my buddy gave me. If you want?" I'm like, yes." So it's funny. I just cleaned that area out, and I'm like, I want to put something back there. And then a couple hours later, he sent me a picture of it. I'm like, that'd be perfect. I cannot believe how much more space we have after I got rid of all that ivy. Like it was it was overwhelming. Like I said, it took me 2 months to get it all together, like all out. I just gotta maintain it. Like hopefully I got it all, but finally got the weed whacker and the lawnmower now up and running. That thing's a beast. It's like an old Honda lawnmower, but I am very impressed. It was. I put it to the test, and it's going strong. Yeah. So next project, continuing, is finishing up the garden, and then luckily it rained today, like a nice rain. so I didn't have to water today. Oh, what's the good news, Todd? We got good news. We have a new pope. Go ahead. So, while Todd's saying that, my wife's friend was in Rome. Um, one guy was becoming a saint. Um, got the name for beatitizing or something. Oh, nice. That's great news. I'm I'm super happy for you. So I'll lead into this one. Um, they got some rosary beads from Pope Francis's funeral. So me, my wife, and son got some, and it actually smells like roses because it's made out of roses. So this is from the Vatican. So God bless you all. So leading into that, the new Pope, Pope Leo the 14th, was first ever American Pope, from Chicago, and he went to school right over here in Philadelphia at Villanova. So, oh my wife, and she always knows somebody or knows somebody knows someone. Her uncle not only went to Villanova, but graduated the same class as the Pope and is in their yearbook. So I thought that was awesome. So I don't know if they actually knew him back then or just went to school with him, but that's still awesome. Yeah, I'm super happy for you, Todd. That's awesome. Yeah, right now I'm just battling with my poison ivy. It's almost dried out and good, not itching anymore. First couple of days was terrible, but went from using rubbing alcohol on it to that worked okay, but then used that Purell hand sanitizer, and that did the trick. Yeah, so I'm excited tomorrow get some more plants. Um, but we've been blessed. Like my wife does that Facebook Marketplace, not Facebook Buy Nothing, and I'm sure we're gonna have the same situation soon. Like all these extra plants, so we'll be doing the same thing, giving back and giving them away. Don't think. Oh, scratch it open then. Yeah, I don't think the bleacher is a good idea, but yeah, I do. I do have problems scratching it open sometimes. Like I don't do it intentionally. It's just, oops, I scratched too hard. I don't think the isopropyl alcohol was a good idea either. But I was desperate and I did look it up. It was okay. don't even want to. Yeah. It's funny you say that because, like, yeah. So I had to really be careful when I did scratch it, not to, like, go like this or scratch somewhere else. Yeah, and at the same time, I was doing the yard work, so I was getting a little sun, a little too much sun. So I got like mild sunburn. So between thinking like, oh, do I got poison ivy on my back shoulder? No, it's just the sunburn. Which I gotta be careful with that because of my leukemia that I had when I was a kid. I gotta make sure I put some sunscreen on next time I go out there. It's just that early. It's early in the season, so something I don't uh, think of that early. But now, when I'm outside, there's actually full sun out here. Yeah, I had 3 skin cancers removed too. 2 on my ankles, 1 on my back. So it was like I said, it was sunny out, but then like I didn't realize I got sun burn until later in the night. I'm usually pretty good at that stuff, but snuck up on me this time. That's usually how it happens too. So it reminds me I do have to go get my annual checkup too eventually. That's the crazy thing at work now. It's like some reason I'm the go-to training guy, training all the new guys coming in. At the same time, I'm trying to get into the public works over here. Same pay rate, but better benefits. But now the job bid came up, more pay. Something I've done in the past, I just never made it to full pay because it was on night shift, and I bid out onto a second shift through 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. I never finished the training for that. So now that same job on day shift opened up, and I put my name on it thinking someone higher seniority would get it, but looks like I'm going to get it by default now since I've been there going on 8 years. Like some of the guys, like uh, 7 years, tried to get it, and I'm like, you know what? In the meantime, might as well get some extra money. So I'll find out on Monday if I got it. Leaving today, I was the highest bidder, so that'd be a nice little bonus. Plus, um, excuse me, I'm really tired. Our contract year is up and get a little raise, but still not above cost of living raise, but it's at least it's something. It's kind of funny, like being in the heat of the moment during the contract, and like I'm a big numbers guy. Like I look into the future, like okay, well, yes, we got a good raise the first year of the contract, of the 5 year contract, but then like close to the second, third year, fourth year, we're gonna be making. So we're right at um, cost of living, but then by end of the contract would be below cost of living again. I'm like, um, people saw the big raise at first, and then they're like, yeah, we'll go for it. I'm like, no, don't. Like we're falling for the trap. Like the one time that we could strike that the state would pay for we could go on unemployment for a couple of weeks until the company backs down and gives us what we wanted. They didn't do. Like, literally 2 months later, the Seaport did the same thing, and they got their deal, and we got stuck with the bogus contract. So, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's like, try to tell a couple people, and like 3 or 4 people. Um, it's like, yeah, why are we signing this? And then normally we do a secret ballot, and they were so excited, like, what do you say about? We'll just raise our hands, and people nudging each other, raise your hand. And then 2 years into it, half those guys are retired now, and us new guys are stuck with losing money in the long run. But whatever, it's still a good job, like money wise for the time. But now it's like the thing that gets me that in the contract is like, yes, thank you for reminding me. I remind Bridget because she's the shipping lady, but she's pregnant now, so I have to do it. So yeah, let me put this in my phone now. Write this. You know what? Every time I put my phone, I forget. So I'm gonna write this down. I'm not gonna do nothing but yours, Todd. Right now, I only have. I have to send. What's his name? Uh, how did I forget his name? Guy from New York. All right. Well, tomorrow I'm off. I'm going to the flower show thing, and then I'll be right in town. I have your package up here. So I just gotta stuff it, put your address on, and send it. All right. Oh, there he is, Patrick. Yeah. So Patrick's, and then yeah. And don't worry, I'm not doing any more giveaways until I send you guys out. So, like I said, Saturdays are the only days I can send stuff out because I work during the week, and by the time I get home and back, they're closed. Post office is closed. So that's my fault. Like, when I was doing these giveaways, I was on second shift and I could go before work. Now it's like, get home, I got 10 minutes, and then my wife and Jacob are home. Like, yeah, I had the time, but then it's like, uh, yeah, 2 year old, and yeah, you already know life happens. But keep reminding me, Todd. You have my phone number, right? Text me tomorrow. Text me tomorrow morning when you get up, and I'll make sure I get it done. um, what else? That's another reason I come on these lives because I always forget. Like I said, I have ADHD, and it's like, focus on this, this, and this. I have everything in line, and then something else happens. I'm like, where'd that go? So this is right here now. Got your packages. So, yeah, I do too. So, said tomorrow. Excuse me. Tomorrow, plants and packages, and then Um, I'm not even gonna say Instagram stuff because I'll forget. So I'm gonna keep it with those two things. Um, and then Sunday, church, and not sure what else. Then back to the grind on Monday. Um, yeah, so Saturday is the only days I have to do that stuff. So, and then, oh yeah, Mother's Day Sunday, duh. I'm stupid. Yeah, so Mother's Day Sunday. So, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Happy Mother's Day to Bridget and my mother in heaven, Bridget's mother in heaven, my grandparents, grandmothers in heaven. Happy Mother's Day to, like I said, all your mothers. And sorry, now I'm really yawning. All right, so um, next week is my birthday weekend. I'm off Friday. My birthday's on Sunday. So wanted to have my David off then, but I got too excited, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this quick live, which ended up being an hour and a half anyway. So, thank you all for watching. I'll have something special next week. Not sure what yet. Um, be great if I could. I'm not even gonna say it because I want to have one of my really nice McClellan tobaccos, but I don't want to mess my teeth up. Like it's been so long since I've not been in pain, so some kind of cigar. I got a couple in my humidor that I've been saving. So yeah. So like always, guys, love you all. Peace out and God bless.